Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I will teach you application of probability distributions. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one, the table below is a probability function with an expected value of 3.68. What is the value of P and Q? So first of all, we know that the expected value is equal to 3.68. So this means that we have x times its probability, 3 times 0.1, 4 times q, 5 times 0.12, 6 times 0.28. If we add them together, will give us 3.68. So let me just write this down. So we have 1 times P is P. Then we add 2 times 0.15. So 2 times 0.15. And we add 3 times 0.1. So 3 times 0.1. But we know that 3 times 0.1 is 0.3. And we have 4 times Q. That give me 4Q. And we have 5 times 0.12. Let me just write this down. 5 times 0.12. And we have 6 times 0.28. So we add 6 times 0.28. That is how we work out the expected value. And we know that the expected value is equal to 3.68. So what I do now, I just add them up. So we have 0.15 times 2, and we add this, and we add this together first, okay? So I just go 2 times 0.15, we add 0.3, and we add 5 times 0.12, and we add 6 times 0.28. So that is 2.88. So let me just write this down. So P. So we have P plus 4Q plus 2.88 will give me 3.68. So what I do now, I just move 2.88 on this side so that become minus. So we have P plus 4Q will give me, so I just go 3.68 minus the answer. So 0.8. So 0.8. So let's name this equation number 1. And now we know that this table here is probability functions. So what that means is if we add all these probability together, and it should give us 1, okay? Because it is a probability functions. So we add up must give me 1. So let me just write this down. So P plus 0.15, we add 0.1, we add Q, and we add 0.12, we add 0.28. That will give me 1. So now what I do is I just collect like terms. So we have P and Q. Let me just write this down. So P plus Q. And we add, so we just add these numbers together. So I just go 0.15. We add 0.1. We add 0.12. We add 0.28. So that is 0.65. So 0.65. That is equal to 1. So what I do now, I just move this on that side. So that will give me 1 minus 0.65. P plus Q is equal to, so I just go 1 minus answer. That is 0.65. So that will give me 0.35. So 0.35. So let's name this equation number 2. So what I do now is I just use equation number 1 and we minus equation number 2. So that will give me, so let me just write this down. So equations number 1, we minus equations number 2. So that will give me, so we have P minus P, so it cancel out, and 4Q minus Q will give me 3Q. So that is 3Q. And we have 0.8, we minus 0.35. So I just go 0.8 minus the answer. That was the last one, that is 0.35. So that give me 0.45. So 0.45. Now I just divide by 3 on both sides. Divide by 3 on both sides. So that cancel this out. So that is Q is equal to, so just go answer divided by 3. So there you go. 0.15. 0.15. Now to solve for P, so I just substitute the value Q equals 0.15 into equation number 2. This equation here. So P plus Q is equal to 0.35. So I just go P plus Q. Q is 0.15. So I substitute Q equals 0.15 into equation number 2. Okay, let's write this down so you can see. So now that give me 0.35. So I move this on that side. So this becomes 0.35 minus 0.15. So P will give me, so all I do is I just put that on a calculator. So you go 0.35 minus the answer. So there you go, 0.2. 0.2. So therefore, P is equal to 0.2 and Q is equal to 0.15. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through it with you. Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So first of all, we know that the expected value is 2.5. So this means that we have 1 times n plus 2 times m plus 3 times 0.2 plus 4 times 0.25. That is the expected value. And we know that it is 2.5. So now we're just collecting like terms. So we just go 3 times this plus 4 times this. So let me just write this down. 1 times n is n. And 2 times m, of course, 2m. We add. So we just put that on a calculator. So that will give me 3 times 0.2. We add 1 or otherwise 4 times 0.25. So that is 1.6. So plus 1.6 is equal to 2.5. Now I just move 1.6 on this side. Now I just move 1.6 on this side. So that becomes minus. So I move on this side. So this will give me n plus 2n is equal to, so I just go 2.5 minus the answer. So 0.9. So 0.9. So that is equation number 1. Okay, let's just name this equation number 1. And we know that all these probability, okay, add together must be equal to 1 because it is a probability functions. So add up must give me 1. So let me just move this up. So in another word, n plus m plus 0.2 plus 0.25, which give me 1. And then now we just collect like terms. So let me just write this down. N plus m plus 0. We add them up. So 0.2 plus 0.25, 0.45. which give me 1. So now what I do, I just move 0.45 on this side. So that become minus. So that means n, we add m is equal to, so 1 minus 0.5 give me 0.5. So therefore the answer is 0.55. Otherwise, just put that on a calculator. So 0.55. So this is equation number 2. So we can see that if we minus equation number 2 from equation number 1, in another word, equation number 1 minus equation number 2, that should give me, let me just write this down. So equations number 1, we minus equations number 2. So that n minus n, so it's cancel out. 2m minus m, leave with m. And we have 0.9 minus 0.55. So 0.9 minus 0.5 is 0.4. We minus 0.05, give me 0.35. Otherwise, just use your calculator. So m is 0.35. Now to find n, we can either substitute the equations into equation number 1 or equation number 2. Doesn't really matter, but easier if we substitute m into this equation here. So easier, that's all. So now we have, let me just write this down. We substitute m equal 0.35 into equation number 2. So that will give me n plus m, but m is 0.35 is equal to 0.55. So what I do now is I just move this on that side. So n is equal to, so 0.55 minus 0.35. So that becomes 0.5 minus 0.3, 0.2. Otherwise, you can just use calculator, of course. So therefore, we have m is equal to 0.35 and n is equal to 0.2. So there you go. I hope you got them correct. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.